Right, got quite a big job on. The RS now is about getting on for 4 years old, and believe it or not, I've never changed the chain or anything. So I've just ordered all the items to replace all the running gear. I've ordered a new middle ring because that's hooked. We're going to put a new chain on, and we're going to put a new guide wheel and a new gear pack. And I've also, when I bought the bike originally, the original derailleur broke the first week I had it, and they replaced it with this one, which is the non-standard one that came with the bike, and I've got a new one to replace that with, so that should see me for another 4 years, I'm hoping. The only thing I don't have at the moment is the middle ring for the front. That's coming in the post tomorrow. First job is to take the back wheel off, take the back gear pack off, and take the chain out and measure it against the new one, and also replace the derailleur. First thing to do is disconnect the brake. That's if you've got this type of brake on it. You're going to want two tools to take the gear pack off. That's a chain whip to hold the mag on, and the tool that fits over the nut to take it off. That wraps around the chain, and you can hold it as you use the tool to take the nut off. I've always found this easier sitting in a chair, believe it or not. Basically that's it, and then you hold the chain whip and take the nut off. I can't do it. I can't film and take it off at the same time. I need a third hand. Well, that took a little bit more persuasion than I thought. I had to put it in a vise in the end. Give it a little bit of a tap with a there's the ring, by the way, that comes off. Let's give it a bit of a tap with a rawhide hammer. Tip: never hit metal with a metal hammer. Okay, when you're tapping something like this, always use a rawhide or a rubber hammer. Don't use metal on metal. Okay. Well, after inspecting this wheel, there's too much damage on here to actually get the new set on. The old set has really dug itself in. You know, I'd have to file it down to get it on. So I'm going to have to rebuild this. It needs. I've just checked the play and the bearings as well, and it needs new bearings. I mean, it's all my fault. I've left it on here for 4 years without really doing anything with it. So I'll have to rebuild this, and also it needs a new back tyre as well. So fortunate enough, I've got a spare one that I built to use during the winter with the spikes on the tyre. I'll put that one in for now and rebuild this one at a later date. Okay, I've set that one out, check the bearings, they're okay, and like I say, that gear has only been on there for a couple of rides during 2 winters really, and a new tyre. Okay, I think I'll take the chain off and put a new McCade on it now. New derailleur. It's good to get yourself some rubber gloves when you're doing this job. It can get rather messy. Okay, replacing the chain. All you've got to do is take the old one out. You'll find that they're in 2 parts, the new chain. Just put a split pin in one of them, and then measure it against the old chain, and cut it off to exactly the same length as the old one, and you'll find that that's what it is. That's what came off. Okay, time to take the chain off and the derailleur, and I do have a guide wheel, so I can put that on as well. It's a simple job just to change over the wheel. It's only an Allen key, and screw it on, screw it off, basically. Nothing difficult. There's a washer on the inside not on the outside, it goes on the inside. Also, you'll find a slot just underneath the bar here, and there's a slot on this back plate, and they fit into one another. And you might want to give this a good clean out before you put anything back together again, because it does get a bit mucky down there. It's a good chance to give it a good clean out. Okay, that's back in its place, nice and clean. Time to get the derailleur off, I think. That's the new derailleur in place. Now I'm going to put the back wheel on and then thread the chain back through. Okay, let's start feeding the chain through now. Little tip, if you've got really bad eyesight like I have, get yourself, when you put these clips in, you can buy gold ones. Get some gold ones, and then you always know where they are. Gives you some chance to see them. But that's the chain back on. All I've got to do now is change that middle ring.